Hey guys, my name's Srinithi, and today we're just going to go over how we can tinker some of our photos on Photoshop to strengthen our overall photo composition. So, you have a great photo that you've taken, but you have a couple things like the coloring or a couple objects in your photo that really distract from your photo composition, and you want to really improve the quality of your photo by tinkering with those little aspects. So, here's where Photoshop can help. You want to make sure that before you use Photoshop, you never want to compromise the integrity of the actual event and what happened. So if there were things in your photo that really add to the message of the photo, like audience or other people in the background that really add integrity to your photo, you don't want to change those things. But if there's small things like unnecessary objects in your photo, like this ladder or like this other guy in the corner that you can't possibly evade from take from in your photo because obviously they're natural portions of that area. These are places where Photoshop can help you create that better photo composition without compromising what that photo was actually about. So let's get started. So the first thing that I want to talk to you guys about is this tool called the patch tool. And this is my favorite tool of all in Photoshop because it helps you really solidify so many photos in their photo compositions. So before you do anything, you always want to make sure that you have a copy of your layer because you always want to make sure that you're working in layers so you can really control the changes that you make. So if I open up the patch tool, the purpose of this tool is to take out any unwanted or unnecessary portions of your photo um, that are really hindering with the quality of that photo. So there's four objects in my photo that I want to correct today. This guy in the corner, this ladder over here, this mitt, and then this little brown thing over here, which I'm not even sure what it is. See, that's why we want to correct it, right? Because it's not really adding anything to the photo and it's adding more confusion than anything else. So what I'm going to do and what you can do with this tool is that if you trace over an object in your photo and you drag this area over to another portion of the photo, it'll basically change it to look like that other area. And you want to make sure that while you're doing this, you're on your appropriate layer. But basically, you can take any section of your photo and you can change it to look like another section. And I'm just going to make sure I'm on the right layer. But yep, exactly. This is what I can do. So as you guys can see, this this player, like this section with the player, can easily be altered by dragging around that player and simply moving it to another part on the field to make it look like that player never even existed in the photo. Likewise, you can do this with this little ladder thing over here. I'm just going to select, oops, you want to make sure that you really get everything in that photo, or everything in that area. And if you just drag it over, voila, it looks just like that other section. And I'm actually going to patch it up with this area over here because I actually like that a little better. But I'm going to just do this a couple of times to make sure that I get the selection that I want. And that's the key here. You want to make sure that you do these changes a couple of times to make sure that you're getting the appropriate change. But voila, this is all removed. And here I'm just checking my time here and there, so don't mind me if I keep moving this up. But again, I'm just going to be covering this mitt again. And I'm going to ask myself, okay, what portion of the photo do I want to move it to get rid of this? And what do I want to sort of replace this area with? And I'm going to just move it to a field of a patch of grass in this case. I'm going to do that a couple different times to really get the composition that I'm looking for. But essentially, you can do this for any portion that you want that's really hindering with your photo. I'm pretty happy with that for